What's happening, gang? Another little video for you guys. I'm actually gonna do I'll leave that there. I'm gonna do, mind me, I'm gonna keep my phone out for this because I can't remember all of the stretches. I'm gonna do a whole body, well, mostly lower body stretch routine, hips and stuff. It's gonna be filmed in real time, so you can just follow it as it happens, yeah? You need a foam roller, maybe a dumbbell or a plate or something, and that's about it. Right, so first one, just gonna start with hamstring fold. So very simple. To calf raises. I'm just going to use this dumbbell, pop your feet on it, just lean forward, try to keep the knee locked, just get a good stretch. I'll go to the other one. It's also where everyone's sitting down at home quite a lot at the moment. Just going to take you through a lot of lower body movement, a lot of stretching, which will help relieve some stress and keep you mobilized so you don't get any back pain creeping in, stuff like that. Okay, from there, move back into hamstring. This time we are going to just fold out in front, arms across each other, and just let the one sit for 20 seconds. So I'm just moving around a little bit, finding deeper stretches everywhere, letting the head hang. Okay, from there we're going to go to dragon and lizard, starting with dragon. Very light stretch, so a bit of 90-90 on both knees, nice and tall. Little subtle stretch in the hip area here. Nothing too crazy just yet. And on the other side. So I'm just coming to angled a little bit. Alright, from there, going down into lizard. So you can start with both hands in front, a bit of a longer stride, and if you can get elbows. If you can't, you can start just bringing both elbows down. But if you're able to, some people are, you can bring both elbows down in here and just stay in there. Try to keep that knee open. If it gets a bit much, you can just come back off, ease back into it again. Open that stretch, yeah? So don't want to hold for too long. Other side. So right side's a bit tight, so I'm just going to try and open out with right arm. And just stay in that for about 15-20. Right, from there, similar type of thing, where we're going to add some rotations for your back. So what we're going to do, pop that back leg off, so get away from that dumbbell. And then from there, you're going to rotate out. Your balance, obviously, big rotation if you can. Back the other way. Rotation again. So back hand back in. Okay, and then we're going to do other side. So it comes in front. There, big rotation. Just going to open out the mid-back and the hips some more. So if you do this and you're quite tight and you're struggling, just do as much as you can. You don't need to force it. Just wherever you can find a subtle stretch. Never force to stretch too much. Okay, next one is frog. So as it is, going to go like frog legs. Open the feet inside, up in there, and just sit into that. And what you can do is you can rock back and forth a little bit, just to get a bit more stretch in the hips. Wherever you can feel a stretch here in the hips, that's all good. Okay, from there, back into hamstrings. So a lot of hamstrings we're going to do today, simply because it helps relieve tightness in the lower back. So this time we're just going to go to a seated hamstring fold. We're going to go to a quad straddle. So this one most people are going to find quite difficult. If you're flexy, so good you can go all the way back. If not, even going into this position, it might be very tight on the front of your ankle. It's perfectly normal. Just try and go with it. If this is enough for you, then just hold that. Even if like you're in this position here and that's quite an intense stretch, just hold that, that's fine. Don't try to force this stretch. And in time, as you go through it, you'll get a bit further down. So I'm just going to move across a little bit, so we get enough space. And if you can lie all the way back, line into the stretch, relaxing. Again, don't fight it. Hands can go above the head if you want. So deep breaths in and out. Quite intense. All right, next we're going to go to a seated QL stretch. Learned this one off Emily, osteo. So good old stretch, hard to get into the QL, but I'm going to try today. So again, a position like this, you're going to reach over, but as you reach over, you're just going to rotate out a little bit, and then you'll find a nice big stretch in the lower lats and QL. Let the head hang. Again, trying to turn away as you reach over. And the other side, yeah? We're going to go to pigeon and scorpion. So pigeon's quite easy. I've got a torn meniscus still, so my left side is not going to be great, but I'll do my best. So you can go into this position, leg comes across. Again, wherever you can find this stretch in the glute is easy enough, yeah? If you're in that position and you can't get there, you can stay upright. Again, if you can come down, that's great. Some people can go way out here, but it's good enough for me. Okay, so again, just looking for that stretch in the glute. Next up is a bit of scorpion. So on your front or prone, is the right word. Leave your feet as they are, hips down, and you're just going to push up to the ceiling. Get a stretch on the front of your torso. Deep breaths. sink in, relax, and up again for one more time. Okay, and then we're gonna come out of that one. All right, so next, I've actually got pancake rolls. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if this is actually called pancake rolls, but I call it pancake rolls. So, smooth that out of the way. Gonna need quite a bit of space for this. Really good exercise for, obviously, hips again, but thoracic spine. Trying to get some movement in your spine as well. So, come in front, all the way over. You're gonna roll back in. Up in front. Back in. So for today, just gonna do 5. If you can't get your feet way over your head, again, that's fine. If you can't reach all the way in front here, wherever you can get that position, wherever you can get a little stretch is okay. Again, when you come over, if you're just here, that's fine. But obviously, we want to try and get a big stretch right over. Okay, one more. All right, that's your pancake rolls. So next, actually just gonna use a foam roller. Next up, so we're gonna start with calves, quads, ITB, yeah? So very easy with the calves. So you get both feet across, and you're going to go from the soleus, which is at the bottom of the calf, up to the top of the calf. And we want to try and move through the whole cylinder. So when we do the quad as well, and we're going to do the calf now, treat them as cylinders. You want to go around the cylinder as well as up and down. And on top of that, if you find a tight spot, when you do, pin it down, and then just open your foot up and down. That's going to try and release that muscle again, yeah? So as I said before, you see how I'm going through it as a cylinder. And we're going to move to the other leg, yeah? So getting that other foot on top to get some pressure down on that calf. And mine are pretty okay today, so I'm kind of going to go for it easy enough. But some people, if you feel quite a lot of discomfort doing this, it just means that your calves are really tight. And that can cause a lot of problems up the chain, so we've got to start from the ground up when you're trying to release tightness anywhere else in the body. Getting a bit of tightness there, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pin it down and go through it a bit. Okay, from there, quads, ITB, so going on the side of your quad. So a lot of people sometimes struggle with setting this up. See, I'm using my other leg as support, not on the knee, but just at the top of the quad, going right up to the hip, come back down, yeah? Again, treating the quad like a cylinder, so you're just rolling through it. And I'm gonna move back over, other side. Again, if you feel like a tight spot, you can just stop, and again, pin it down, and we're gonna move that joint up and down to try and release that muscle. Okay, same on the other side. So I'll start on the inside this time, so we can get going in there. Again, using the other leg as support. Again, a bit of tightness there, so you can stop and just put it down with a bit of weight, and then open and close the joint. And that technique is called flossing, by the way. So if you ever hear of flossing, this is an easy way to floss with a foam roller. Okay, to finish, we're just going to do a bit of T-spine work and mid-back. Again, you can get a lot of tension and tightness in your mid-back. So, we're going to start with just rolling through the spine. moving that shoulder, opening that shoulders, getting back. Just keep it light. Get top. Go up into the traps a little bit. Okay, first from there, feet flat. Just want to find like the bottom of your shoulder blade, and from there you just want to reach over the foam roller. Try to just surrender to the stretch. So it's going to fix my top so I can talk in the mic. Again, try not to fight it. Just relax, let the head go. And we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. And if you can shuffle down a bit more or come back up. I'm just going to adjust myself so I can get a bit more stretch. So again, don't come too low near the lower back, just keep it in mid-back or at the bottom of the shoulder blades, and we can go back in again. Okay, right, one more thing to finish, which is going to be quite easy once we've done all of that. Again, some guys, you may find this quite uncomfortable. If you find it uncomfortable, it's something for you to work on. I'm just going to set up a timer. I'm just going to start today with 3 minutes, but you guys can do a bit longer when you're on your own. So we're just going to do a squat drill. Very simple. Start very wide on the squat. Sit into a squat. Whatever that looks like, just sit into it. So if you can't get this magic, really close squat, which I can't even get at the moment, doesn't matter. Even if you have to like just be on one heel and one toe up, that's fine. And we can move into this. So ideally we want to stay in the squat for 3 minutes, but you can shuffle around a little bit. Any of this stuff is good. Trying to get knee past toe. Pulling your hips towards your bum, pulling your shoulder blades back so you can get a bit taller. And if you can get much tighter squat, that's okay. If not, I'm going to struggle with that today. Sometimes I need a bit of assistance. And we're just going to sit here and relax. And ideally, you should work up to be able to do this for 5 minutes without any discomfort, and it should just be an easy task for you to do. I mean, it doesn't have to be the most amazing squat. As you can see, my toes are turned out quite a lot. But also want to stretch the glutes, stretch the lower backs, get some movement in your back as well, stretch the spine. If it gets uncomfortable, you can just relax out of it a bit, come back in, go to one side, even just push forwards, get a stretch in your foot and ankles, and the other side. So it's not necessarily about you having to stay still for too long. It's more about you getting used to being in the squat. And all of this knees in stuff, that's perfectly fine as well. There's nothing wrong with it. It is an awkward position, but the more comfortable you get in awkward positions, the less chance of your body getting injured in that awkward position. So it's just about being able to sit in a squat. So we're up to 2 minutes, well 2:10, so we're just going to hold it for the rest of the time. And chill. Okay, last 30 seconds. 3, 2,